Breaking news. Cheese lovers, prepare to have your minds blown. Multicolored glowing cheese is here. That's right. Thanks to a revolutionary new process, ordinary cheese is now lighting up in vibrant RGB colors, bringing a whole new meaning to cheese that melts in style. Here we have a mad scientist that I don't know the name of.
Yes, I'm the scientist who made the. Oh, my name. That's what you asked for. Yeah, you can call me a doctor.
Doctor who?
Doctor inventor.
Dr. Inventor. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How did you develop the RGB lighting technology used in the cheese?
So it's imagine.
Okay.
The universe.
Oh my
And
God.
every star lines up in perfect symmetry into just a specific line. And that line is the same as the lights. And then you just take it from as big as the universe and you make it small. And then you take that and then you make that even smaller and smaller and smaller. And then you go through the process of making cheese and you integrate the tiny minuscule lights and you harvest some bioluminescent shrimp and kelp and you crush them into the milk and you put that into cheese and then you wait a very, very long time for it to be cheese.
Okay. I got none of that. No, it's very complex. It's understandable to not get all of the intricacies of the science. Okay.
I tend to wax poetic when it comes to my science.
Okay. What are the lights made of, and how are they safely integrated into the cheese?
Oh, they're safe. They're perfectly safe. They're very, 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 very safe.
That's the camera.
Very safe. I've been eating nothing but the glowing cheese, my RGB cheese, for weeks now, and it's perfectly fine. I tested it on myself. That's how I know it is safe. That's how I make sure it's safe.
Oh my God. When did you first come up with the idea for RGB cheese?
Oh. The very first time? Well, I used to be a farmer. My family owns a dairy farm, and one night I fell asleep in the fields, surrounded by the cows, and they all laid down next to me in a perfect circle, and I dreamed of cheese that would change through every color of the rainbow. And so then I got to work. Mind you, I was only 7 at the time, so it's taken me a while to perfect the science. But I knew in that moment that we needed cheese that could be every color, and I made it my mission to be so.
There's a poivre on the market right now that somebody named Patty Patterson invented in a dream, just like you.
The best inventors have them in dreams. I knew it wasn't just me. Oh, I will have to write this to my mother. She'll believe me now.
Okay. Are the lights naturally occurring, or do they rely on special materials?
Oh, well, I'm a little hesitant to get into the nitty-gritty scientific elements of the cheese. You see, we're still patent pending. There's a few more health and safety, FDA, and food pyramid safety tests that we're just waiting on approval for. And I worry that if I share too many details to your broad viewership, that someone might just come in and snatch my idea. And I worked too hard to let that happen.
Oh my gosh.
I'm very passionate.
Can you walk us through the process of making RGB cheese from start to finish?
I can do my best. There may be some redacted areas. Okay, so first you need to decide if you're going to use the bioluminescence or LED technology. Each has its benefits. Softer cheeses tend to benefit more from the LED strips. They're a little bit more flexible in that way. But in your hard cheeses, like your Parmesans and whatnot, you'll want to go for the bioluminescence to get a more even distribution and better color patterning in them. I am sorry, I got distracted. What was your question again?
Can you walk us through how you make
The
it?
process, yes. So you decide on if you're going to do a soft cheese or a hard cheese, and then you get your technology, which details are redacted. No offense, loyal viewers and all of you to having me on here, but I can't afford to have all of that getting out quite yet. And then you just kind of put them together and go through then the rest of the process if you're making cheese, and then any fermentation or such processes that would normally apply to cheese making. But once you have the technology integrated in the early stages of the cheese processing, you pretty much just follow the normal steps from there.
Okay. Where was the RGB cheese first developed? Was it in a traditional cheese making facility or a more high-tech lab setting?
Well, a little bit of both. As you heard, I started with, what was that?
Nothing.
No, sorry. Once it starts with started at the dairy farm, but then my mom and dad didn't quite understand what I was trying to do. So me and Betsy and Beth and Miss Moo all left together, and we got a little spot. We found a lab, the four of us all together, and that's where the majority of the development process happened, was my personal laboratory.
So you and 3 cows got a lab?
Yes, we did. They were very, very important supporting partners in the endeavor, I must admit. I wouldn't have been able to do it without them.
Is that where you got the milk for the cheese or something? I don't know.
No. They were much too busy testing the bioluminescence to be providing milk. We outsourced that.
Okay. Did you require funding or investors to bring RGB cheese to life?
Well, it's money can be a difficult topic to broach. I initially hoped that I would be able to get some support from my family, but they were reticent to explore this new endeavor with me. So we did pursue some scientific funding, though we may have been a little bit liberal with our funding applications, and may have been a little vague in what our goals were. But yes, funding was required for this.
Was it a solo project, or did you collaborate with others to make it happen?
Oh, yes. So I did have my three key collaborators, as we mentioned, but truly, it was myself and Miss Moo who really kind of drove the project over the finish line. If it weren't for her, I don't know if we would even be here now.
A cow helped you with science experiments?
Oh yes, she's very clever. You should read her theses and her explorations on the color coordination of the milk and how you can really harness that from the spots of the cow and how they connect with the world and their viewpoints on the colors of the world is really quite invigorating.
Huh. Never thought that.
It's quite an unexplored territory. It's once we get the rest of these approvals through on the RGB cheese, I'm really gonna switch gears and support her as she goes for her PhD.
PhD?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, she got her master's before I did, but I think it's really worth it to support her as for how much she's supported me.
Is RGB cheese completely edible, including the glowing elements?
Oh, yes. You know, some people are really, what's the word I want to use? Inflexible in what you can and can't eat. But I really think that it's what draws you in and yes, perfectly edible, perfectly safe. I mean, it's the only thing I've been eating for, what month is it now?
You said 2 weeks at the start.
Oh, has it only been 2 weeks?
You said 2 weeks.
Wow, for 2 weeks,
Okay.
nonstop. It's
Nonstop.
fantastic.
I probably get tired of normal cheese.
Oh, there's so many varieties we've been exploring with all different types of cheese, and really I can have a new kind of cheese every day in a new color. It's a really lively experience.
Where will consumers be able to buy RGB cheese once it hits the market?
Oh, I'm really hoping that we'll be able to get it into all of the big brand name department stores, but Miss Moo really wants it to be a more holistic experience. So I think we're going to start with local farmers markets and see if we can get some supporters there, and then go out and try and further expand.
So, I think that's all the time we have today.
Oh, that's excellent. Does that mean I get to go back to my laboratory now?
Yes.
Oh, Miss Moo will be so excited. I feel like I've been gone for hours, and who knows what new developments she's explored in that time.
Okay, so, thank you for visiting us today.
You're very welcome.
I'll see you in the next portion of this show, investigating, what is the next bit that we're doing? Well, we're investigating whatever I'm investigating. A worldwide Easter emergency has been declared. The Easter Bunny officially announces he is not ready for Easter. Hello? Here we have the Easter Bunny's assistant.
Hi. Thanks for having me in, Thaddeus Fluffy Bottom. You can call me Tad.
Tad, okay.
Yeah. Hi.
Tad.
Yeah.
Can you confirm the reports that Easter is in jeopardy this year?
No. Well, I mean, jeopardy is subjective. Easter's should be fine. There was an incident that we now have under control that involves some of the eggs not being where they're supposed to be. But it's going to be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay. Strange. Whatever. What exactly went wrong that caused this delay?
Well, okay. So, Easter Island great. We've got a great setup there. That's where we source all of our eggs and we get them, and then we get them all ready. We basket them in certain bundles, depending on the size of the house and the family. And then we store them in a nice, safe underground storage facility, or a warren, if you will. That's what the big guy calls it. It's rabbits and their warrens, but technically it's an underground tunnel. And then it rained a lot, and then there was a lot of water in there, and now there are not eggs in there.
Not eggs?
Well, there's no eggs. The eggs are elsewhere now. Yeah.
How did you first realize there was a problem?
Oh, thank you for asking that question. As personal assistant to Mr. Bunny, it's my job to oversee people delivering the eggs. So my next in command, Reginald Fox, he went down to deliver a fresh new basket. These were all blue eggs, which are the hardest ones to make. We've got a really great blue dye. So Mr. Fox went down, and after a little while, he came back up and said all of the eggs had vanished.
Vanished?
Vanished.
You mean washed away?
I guess.
Well, is there any chance that Easter will be postponed?
No, I don't think it'll come to that. We work very quickly at Easter Productions. Rabbits. They keep a pace going, right?
Yeah.
And even though the big guy only works the one day a year, he keeps that pace going for the rest of us all year round. So I think we're going to be good. We found some really great alternative sources for eggs. So we found some alternatives to the traditional chicken-shaped egg for this year. But I don't think anyone's even going to notice a difference.
What are you doing right now to fix the situation?
Oh, well, like I said, we're talking to new vendors and suppliers, and a lot of them have been very receptive. We got a great shipment from Africa of ostrich eggs. They do take a lot longer to dye, and they are harder to hide, but you get more bang for your buck there. Right? Then we've got a bunch of snake eggs. Those are round and marble sized, so that's kind of fun. They roll better than a normal egg. And recently, I found a really great source of caviar. That's fish eggs, but you get like 1,000 of them in a scoop, so those are really easy to hide. So I think it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Totally fine. Easter as usual.
Okay. Have you ever faced a crisis like this before?
Oh, yeah. Well, we've got a pretty smooth operation down there. So not often that we end up with any kind of big issue. So I guess the most recent one that would be considered comparable to this, I'd say back in 2006, we had a wicker shortage. So, you need wicker to make the baskets, right? So we had a big wicker shortage, but that was great. We just kind of used shoe boxes, and not a lot of people noticed. And then back in the 70s, which is well before my time, as I'm sure you can tell, there was that one year where we had there was a big labor dispute, but we switched over to cheap labor.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but isn't that illegal?
Oh, sorry, I misspoke. Not cheap labor. I meant peep labor. The tiny marshmallow peeps. A few of those came to life, and those work for
They
us.
came to life?
Yes.
My gosh.
Easter magic. People come to life.
I was
That's kind of like the whole
I was
deal.
just about to say magic.
Yeah.
Strange. Well, what message did you have for children who are worried about their Easter eggs?
Oh, well, hey, if you can't find your eggs this Easter, don't worry. They're out there somewhere. You just need to keep looking. If maybe you can't find them in your house, try your neighbor's house or Walmart. Maybe they're hiding in the egg section of, a store. Right?
Oh my gosh. Turn that into a memo you put on your wall, like an inspirational memo.
Yeah, just keep looking. Maybe they'll show up eventually.
Dash the Easter Bunny's assistant.
Tad.
Tad, whatever. Maybe not everybody will call you Tad, or just the Easter Bunny's assistant
Oh,
for better clarification.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay, so if you can't fix this in time, what alternatives do you suggest for families?
Oh, well, if the supply of Easter eggs just isn't there, maybe try hiding other breakfast foods, like some bacon.
I was
Maybe
just
hide
about to
bacon
say
around your
bacon,
house.
yeah.
Or if you want to wait, we will get the eggs back on track soon. So maybe just wait and hide eggs for Arbor Day. Right? No one's doing anything on Arbor Day.
Never heard of it.
So hide
Never
some
heard of
eggs near some trees.
Never heard of it. What's the hardest part about preparing for Easter each year?
Oh, I would have to say the hardest part is avoiding eating all of the chocolate that's around. I've got a bit of a sweet tooth, but I kind of run point on the whole operation, so I gotta keep it a well-oiled machine. So I try to limit myself to 3 or 4 mini eggs a day, and
A day.
yeah, just the mini ones. And then on weekends I do get a chocolate bunny. But that's you got to keep your sugars up for energy.
What about sugar crashes?
Oh, those are easy to avoid by drinking several pots of coffee. Again, I've got to keep the bunny's work schedule, which is tricky for me, a human. But I find that 6 to 8 cups of coffee and 5 or 6 energy drinks really help out with that 23-and-a-half-hour day.
How do you manage to deliver eggs to the entire world in just one night?
Oh, well, that's it's all how you look at it, right? You don't think of it as the entire world in one night. That's really overwhelming. But 24 time zones, 1 hour each, much easier, right? So you can kind of make up some of the slack there when you're going over the Pacific Ocean and stuff. Those are really easy ones, right? So you got to make the sun work for you. But it's a lot of conditioning, a lot of exercise, some really intricate planning, and a really Google Maps comes in handy too.
How do you get cellular connection when you're in the middle of the Pacific Ocean? That makes 0 sense.
Oh, well, we have satellite phones. Plus, we add a little Easter magic to it.
Easter magic for free cellular connections.
Oh, no, it's extremely expensive. Yeah, Easter Magic is a subscription service. So it's expensive, but it works great.
It works for everything you need it to work for, but it's extremely expensive.
Yes, absolutely.
So is it like this thing where you only have, it's like the only Easter Bunny can get the subscription?
Well, you do need to get it through the Vatican. So I know that we've got an account, Santa Claus has an account, the Tooth Fairy, and I believe Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Why would he need any magic?
I mean, I know, because he's already so magical himself.
How do you describe your typical Easter preparation process?
Oh, sorry?
Can you describe your typical Easter preparation progress?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So
Process.
we wake
Sorry.
up every morning, 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
3 a.m. You get up, you have a quick breakfast of Cadbury cream.
Cadbury cream. I can't eat cream eggs if they have egg yolk in them.
Oh, yeah. Well, don't worry. It's mostly sugar. So you have your breakfast eggs. Then it's...
Get yourself a headache.
You hop down. Yeah, you hop down into the marshmallow mines for a few hours. Get a bunch of that. Then you go pick the wicker from the wicker trees. We mow the Easter grass. That plastic grass. That all grows naturally on Easter Island. So we mow that, collect all that for the baskets. And... then we dye a few 100,000 eggs, quick break around midnight, go to bed at 2:30 in the morning, and then back up at 3 o'clock the next day. So we just do that 363 days a year. Yeah, we get Good Friday off and Arbor Day.
Arbor Day?
Yeah. Yeah.
Still don't know what that is.
Oh,
Do not know what Arbor Day is.
Oh, well, look it up. It's a great holiday. So you
holiday.
appreciate trees and nature.
My mom would love that. How many eggs do you usually deliver each year?
276,340,941.
Wouldn't you need to deliver over 8 billion?
Well, not everybody gets Easter eggs.
Why?
Well, some people don't celebrate Easter.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, then you're just hiding eggs in someone's house. And that's a crime.
Is it really a crime?
Well, if you break and enter and just leave egg, because if you don't find the eggs, they get stinky after a while. So you don't want that.
Reminds me of a time where one time I was in my old dining room when I
Right.
used to live in Toronto, and there was this egg under a cabinet that I got, and I was like, is this from Easter last year?
Do you still have it? Because we do need
No.
any eggs we have.
No,
All
I
right.
ate it.
Fine.
I ate it as soon as I found it.
All right. If anyone out there has eggs, help.
Yes, please help this poor Easter Bunny helper. He needs all the help he can get because I don't think he wants to get fired today.
What? What? Did you hear something?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
don't get fired. Please don't get fired. I won't interview you again.
I'm not planning on it.
Yeah, go talk to the man.
Okay. Yeah, I will do that.
What's your favorite type of Easter egg design?
Stripes.
Stripes?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have one.
So we'll get you. You don't have one?
I don't have
that's
one.
crazy. Well, I'm sure that we will. We can discuss that more next time.
First thing came to mind was polka dots. Anyway, that's the end of this half of the show. I'm not sure, whatever it is. Thank you for tuning in today. And see ya next. No, never mind. I got a freebie today, so like, whatever. See ya.